Okay, guys, so let me go ahead and spill some tea. I'm gonna share with you the screen over here, and just to kind of so this way you could see what's going on. Effectively, yeah, so I'm gonna quickly talk about ThreadSpot stories. So this is the next automation that I'm quickly building for moms over 40. This is just so you could quickly uh, be able to just talk with Telegram and be able to build your threads stories quickly, meaning your very own carousel rolls, kind of a video that you could use right away and just blow up really quick on socials. And of course, if you already guys seen my previous automation where I literally showed you an example of ThreadSpot's quotes. If not, you definitely should want to check it out. If you just go to my bio link over here in Freedom Fusion System, you go to ThreadSpot's quotes and you get to see what this automation is all about. But basically,
Muji Moms over 40, let me spill some tea. So this is the automation that I just built that literally downloads Minecraft gameplay, download music background, and podcast of a popular person like Neil deGrasse Tyson or Lex Fridman or any other kind of popular person. It combines everything together after extracting all the information using a whisper model, and then it just executes a command and grabs all the output and structures it and makes it easy to pretty much like grab the viral output of the video, specifically the actual text and all sorts of other bells and whistles, and just concatenates the video and effectively splits it into multiple chunks and just makes it super easy to generate one singular video after looping over from multiple chunks, and just after it finishes doing so locally on a computer. I'm running and it's literally an extenuation version of ThreadSpot's themes, but the idea behind this is relatively simple. You just run this automation. You can run it on a background on your computer while doing your daily chores and anything else when it comes to building your feudal kingdom and your digital empire. And ideally, what you want to be doing is you execute this automation, give it a little bit of breathing room to wait until all of those processes settle down and until the actual Docker environment finalizes itself. So this is a Docker virtual container, which is basically running a bunch of files. Those segmented files are, think of it sort of like a Linux box that is running on a computer. And it's my physical computer. This is my setup over here. And as you can see, this is just kind of a quick container, and inside of the container there's a volume. That volume has a persistent storage, so any data is not lost. It's part of that volume, and the idea here behind it is you use those containers, sort of like virtual computers, to interface directly with your automations and be able to build a bunch of bots that do all sorts of things like creating content for you, talking for you on threads, promoting your content on the internet, and doing all sorts of bells and whistles, creating far-looking videos. Like, for example, when you upload things into Telegram, specify a prompt that just creates an animated video of this, then you could literally extenuate that with a spreadsheet. I already made that available for you guys, where you could literally just populate a bunch of pieces of information, and it will create, like, a bunch of animated videos. Right now, that 2 minutes is almost done, and as soon as this 2 minutes is done, it's going to jump into the next step, which is uploading to Google Cloud. I'm using Google Cloud Enterprise. It's doing this with gameplay video and music, so there's a music background. I could modify it a little bit more and show you how to choose viral music, but you want to kind of stay away from any kind of music other than making it royalty-free. That will maximize your chances of getting great exposure on YouTube, and of course that's what you want, because you want more views, and you kind of don't want to be in a situation where you don't have any views. So right now, just looking at the video progress and checking if the video is complete and generating a final video URL for YouTube, and effectively after it's done, is going to set the final URL. Basically, it's kind of like a website, and just makes it easy for the next step to take place, which is OpenAI model that will go through this entire video and will provide great automatic description and title, and it will go ahead and upload everything in a Google Sheet, and from the Google Sheet is going to have everything that is needed for you in terms of having the singular video that could be uploaded right away to YouTube. And of course, that's what it does. It's already, like, this video is getting kind of a bit long, but that's what it's doing right now. Boom, it just generated the whole thing. It's updating the Google Sheet as we speak. And yeah, guys, so effectively, this is what the automation is, and then it triggers every single day, etc. to YouTube. And as you can see, it's executed successfully. And if I could kind of go ahead and look at the Google Sheets, it's basically there.
So as you can see, ThreadSpot's quotes is already created. It includes the captions, includes video URL, includes all sorts of bells and whistles. And if I was to click on the video, this is what the video would look like. The bottom part, you could have a gameplay, but I chose my wife to include her in there.
Try to be useful. Do things that are useful to your fellow human beings, to the world. It's very hard to be useful. Very hard. Are you contributing more than you consume? Can you try to have a positive net contribution to society?
So to make the long story short, guys, look, this is really simple automation. You could get it. It's free of charge for you guys. go ahead, you could literally get it. It explains more details about it, of what this automation does, what ThreadSpots quotes allows you to do. But effectively, you just hit the I want this button and you will get the automation blueprint and be able to quickly build this. And if you guys want to support my channel and buy me coffee, feel free to do so. Also, take a look at Threads Stack Power Bundle. This is the fire-looking power bundle for digital moms over 40. And this is what I discovered trending. Uh, so of course, you guys already seen the results of ThreadSpots quotes for how great it can be in terms of gathering views and how crazy it is, like in comparison to all the other videos. And I don't even need to show that to you again. You already know that it's true. Um, and it's just one video getting insane amount of views. But what I discovered is something else getting a lot of views as well, and which is videos like this.
Down, little heart, don't grow up too fast. I'm holding on to moments that I know won't last. And every laugh and every tear, I wish I could freeze you here. I watch you soar and I'm filled with pride. But there's a part of me that aches inside. For every first, there's a last I miss.
Okay, guys, so this is another, basically this video, I show how to do this in Threads themes. This is another one of my guides where you could learn how to create videos like this, basic carousel roles. Those carousel roles you could create in CapCut and get a lot of views this way as well. And of course, if you guys want to automate this, let me know and I'd create a automation so this way you could create carousel roles like this, including and have them available on Instagram carousel. Like so, this we could post them on TikTok and on other platforms like Lemon and Instagram and whatnot. Another thing is that I'm working on is Instagram stories, TikTok stories, and a bunch of other things as well, just to kind of help you guys understand what I'm working on. This is it over here. And if you guys want to squabble up and do some of those automations together, definitely let me know. But this is the strategy that works. I'm going to quickly kind of mm, like, okay, there's a couple of strategies that works I posted about, but definitely this one over here, TikTok stories, um, Instagram stories, Instagram carousels, thread stories, threadsbots quotes, threadsbots themes, all of this works and it gets a lot of views. It's not like 5 or 2 views like what I was getting before. I'm literally seeing the difference when I start using them. And of course, guys, if you want to see the example of what I mean by that, look, I'm going to show you the statistics. The statistics is all the other videos, like, so for example, the latest video that I showed you, the one where it shows um, the carousel roll, right? So take a look at this one, right? So this is the carousel roll. It has 100 views, right? This one actually got 523 views. I'll talk about this other strategy as well. Let me just kind of maybe quickly show it to you. I'm seeing this for the first time. This actually beat the other one. So I may hyper focus and build the solution for this first versus this one, but I didn't expect this. I'm doing this in real time, guys. So let's take a look. Let's take a look just to see. Okay, so let me just, as you guys could see, it's definitely trending. So I'm gonna put life like masks for bougie moms over 40 seeking to create faceless brand. So guys, I'm gonna try to explain how the heck did I arrive to this one? Where did that come from? I'll explain it shortly. If you are struggling to make sales with your digital with your brand, then try using creative creative combinations of life like masks. If you guys need full guide for how to combine life like masks to increase your brand growth in combination in combination with AI automations, and digital marketing, then DM Path on my Insta. So I'll try to explain this part. I didn't expect it um, to be talking about this. It's notice how it's partially blocked. So and it still got it managed to get plenty of views. So I'm doing this in real time, building that feudal kingdom, guys. So but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about I will talk about the other stuff. Let's take it copyrighted, protected content found. People in some countries can't watch your video. So that was probably that lifelike masks. Guys, so what is the strategy behind the lifelike masks and some of those videos? Where do I get them? How do I create them? How do I grow the brand, and what is the purpose of my brand? Well, the purpose of my brand is obviously to sell more products, connect you guys with luxury brand owners, the feudal lords, so this way you could earn extra income on a monthly basis plus earn commission. But to do that, you need to get relatively good in hybrid skills that are not taught in college. Like this is Thread Stack Power Bundle, and of course, you guys know about that.
Squabble up digital faceless marketing mom. Let me go ahead and spill some tea for how many moms over 40 can discover freedom and no longer become that process prisoner and instead become the
So this So anyway, guys, so this is another one of those like high you'd have to take a look at the quality. So guys, so once again, what I gotta do is I gotta create I'm gonna expand on automation that will create um, titles for me automatically. I haven't had a chance to do that, but that should be easy to do. But just because I'm running on fumes doing all sorts of other automations, is becoming kind of a second priority. I want to talk about life masks. I want to talk about carousel rolls, and I want to talk about the latest thing that I'm building right now, real quick, which is ThreadsBot Stories, which is an insane product that will allow you to quickly build different types of videos and combine them into stories without you having to spend any money on monthly tools. What I'm doing is I search for popular kind of AI experts out there. I analyze their content and I figured out what works, and I carry that over into solutions that are easy to understand for digital bougie moms over 40 and bring that back to you. So over here, Thread Stack, digital bundle. And in the process of doing that, I show you how I'm building my brand. So this way you get to see it firsthand, digital bundle that makes moms grow on socials super fast. So, and then over here, I'm gonna want to grow faster, want to grow your feudal kingdom faster. Try Thread Stack. So this is kind of as you can see, I'm kind of doing this manually. This is kind of gives you an idea what is, and like visibility is blocked, probably because, you know, it's probably because of that "Let's Go" kind of song. But you see me using an avatar. I explain how I'm getting those avatars and in my threads themes. So take a look at threads themes in my community. If you go to my file and bio link, jump in DM Path on my Insta, and you could get access to threads themes right now. So Lex Friedman, that's actually one of my favorite, just like people that I watch, including Star Talk, which is, you guys already know Star Talk, Neil deGrasse Tyson. But I was going back to this video. So this video, I actually dropped it on TikTok. I have it on Threads as well. I combined this avatar as well over here. This is new functionality of Zoom. It allows you to create those avatars, and definitely take a look for how you could combine Buy Me a Coffee. If you haven't already seen an example of my automation for Buy Me a Coffee, I did that today real quick as well. What it allows you to do is just connect Zapier to Buy Me a Coffee. Guys, what I do is with Zapier, I just turn on automation that makes sense, that gives me quick kind of speed, and just that allows me to fly without really kind of sitting there in front of my computer, having to have my computer turned on and all that other stuff, what I'm doing with N8N. Zapier gives me like another chance to have that wings of freedom without being tied into having that computer running, but I don't want to be spending monthly money on expensive SaaS tools. So what I do is I use those innovative N8N Freedom Fusion automations that include all of those different bells and whistles. And I'm kind of just showing you in real time. And of course, there's thread stack. There's different types of combination of feeds that I'm running over here. This is the quickest way for you guys to resell thread stack in case if you wanted to. You just create a bunch of feeds and then literally just respond, right click and click and use one of those extensions that I showed you, the Chrome extension, to respond automatically with my library of threads. So this way you don't have to think much and it will do the selling for you. So this way you just like optimize your speed exponentially faster. So I did went ahead and I upgraded so for ThreadsBots quotes, you guys already know where to go. Just go there, get yourself an N8N blueprint. If you have any troubles, just message me on FUD, jump into my workshops, yeah, or just DM the word path on my Insta. This is the thread stack Quora. On the Quora, I actually got banned on one of my accounts that had millions of views, guys. It's absolutely crazy. That's why you got to do this across multiple socials. So, and of course, guys, what you see over here is ThreadSpot's quotes. And kind of as you're building this thing, you want to be including what you're building, right? So, like all of those pills of freedom, what happens is you want to be automating them and dropping them automatically across all those socials where you can have all those automations. But you want to have that central point of entry for all of those pills of freedom as you're building your academy, as you're building your feudal kingdom, as you're building your brand. You want to have a central focal point. The focal point for curated data. What I try to do with curated data right now, I'm working on ThreadSpot stories, which will include the Gumroad relevant workshop and all sorts of tech stack, just to kind of show you what's going on. I am using I'm getting some inspiration from other creators and I'm getting them involved as well, squabbling up together with them because they're building amazing automations, but there's no way unless you're like a cybersecurity engineer or full stack cybersecurity engineer, there's no way you're going to be able, as a bougie mom, be able to just navigate through all those complexities like the way I'm doing it now. It's just gazillion times easier to get connected with my feudal hustlers who can explain this stuff for you. So this way you don't really have to be like a process prisoner trying to figure out how to run N8 and how to create those reverse Cloudflare tunnels or anything like this crazy. Don't worry, guys. That's why my community exists. I have 3 communities. We have thousands of moms in one community, and in premium community we have opportunities for you to get connected with feudal lords. So this way you can make some monthly income on a regular basis, helping feudal lords grow their feudal kingdom one feudal land at a time. And of course, right now what I did is I updated my NA10 instance. So what I did is I'm gonna, like what I'm doing right now is I'm building ThreadsBots stories. So the way it works is, as you can see, I have multiple containers. So definitely, guys, when you start building your feudal kingdom, sure, go ahead, download Docker. Sure, go ahead and create volume. If you don't create volume, then you lose your data, you cooked. You basically don't have anything available for you. And then, of course, as the new N8N automations come out, you're going to need to update them quickly. And there's a process that I described for how to do this because other people don't talk about it. They just kind of say, yeah, you know what, do this, follow the new process. But then you end up holding the bag. Why? Because everything else that you did it becomes irrelevant and somehow disconnected, and now you got to be jumping between one tool and another, and then it just becomes a nightmare. Instead, what I do is I literally package everything in one set of kind of locations. In like, for example, over here, I'm putting everything in one container. Sure, in some circumstances, when things grow to insanity, you may want to separate into separate container. What right now I'm doing, guys, is something very simple. So what I'm doing right now, and you guys could most certainly follow me to what I'm doing as part of that Pill of Freedom. I'm going to make it available for you. So this way you could pop it quick and hit the ground running. But the idea here is what I'm building is a quick tool that will just quickly allow you to create your own videos, your own stories. And yes, similar stories like the ones that I described over there with a kind of a carousel roles, but not necessarily based on the real people, but rather generated through AI, which is of course is a weakness, but at the same time a very good strength. Why? Because if you use CapCut and combine threads stories in combination with threadsbot, if you combine threadsbot stories, if you combine threadsbot quotes, threadsbot themes, and effortlessly navigate through your brand as you're creating that content, you become more creative. The creativity will always beat automation, guys, always. So this is why I'm kind of giving you guys all the tools, so this way you have it available, and you hit the ground running. You will no longer be that process prisoner, and you have everything available. So over here, what I'm doing is quickly like showing you how to upgrade what you got to do first to build this threads, bots, stories. I'm not showing you the product yet because I still got to build the product, and I'm just kind of following step by step from another AI creator to get the inspiration and then explain it to you in layman terms. And if you guys want this automation and want to hit the ground running, you could connect with that original creator, and of course you could join my community as well, where I could help you instantiate this and productionalize it for your feudal kingdom. So this way you could quickly hit the ground running without you having to learn any automation. Everything is going to be pre-cooked for you, and you just basically hit the ground running and start building your brand. So this way you don't have to focus on any technical mambo jumbo, but there is a lot of technical mambo jumbo over here. So I'm documenting it over here in Pill of Freedom. So this way you could just quickly follow that and be able to navigate through those complexities if you wanted to do that on your own. Now, of course, if you want encouragement and support, definitely go ahead and subscribe. My subscription is only $14.99 per month, and you get the expertise of cybersecurity, full stack cybersecurity engineer. My corporate rate is $295 an hour. But for you guys, I'll make it very easy on one-on-one basis. If you want to book me, I'll give you a good price. If you go to freedomfusionsystem.com, you could talk to me. Of course, you could talk to me in my community for free. In FUD, I have a free community, but if you wanted to have something more professional, something done over here, go ahead and book a call. Go to Freedom Fusion System, fill out what kind of feudal incubator you want, how much money you're making currently, what you're interested, whether you're interested in thread stack or anything else, and just fill in all the details. Hit submit. Pick the sales rep who referred you, and then we'll have that conversation to see what we could cook up for you. Or in some cases, I do pull other AI experts because I'm not an AI expert. I'm a orchestrator. That's my avatar. Other AI experts can do a lot better job than me, but what I could do very good is discover patterns that are working and squabble them up together for you guys to hit the ground running. So this way you get the maximum results and have a very good level of creativity balance with AI automation and whatnot in between. Plus, what I do, I make it possible for you to get access to all of those different kind of ChatGPT conversations, and I make it available as well as part of the Pill of Freedom. So what I do is I create this and I make it available for you in the ChatGPT assistant section over here. And so this way you could refer and see how my brain thinks as I'm building this in case if I get stuck, etc. But over here, what I'm doing is just literally building the Docker container with Kokora. This is just so this way you could translate, do the text to speech. So this way you don't have to spend money on anything and just run it locally. But basically, you gotta create a network because essentially the way you think about it, there's kind of like two containers, right? One container and there's another container, and those containers need to communicate with one another. So because we're basically building like a client and a server relationship with using model context protocol, and just two containers need to communicate with one another. Don't worry too much about the details, but that's basically the reason why I'm creating this command, Docker network create my network. And of course, over here, what you want to do, you want to use this Kokora library. And this is what here I indicate what kind of a tech stack we're using and also indicate what kind of thread stack we're using. So in this case, we're hyper focusing on thread stories. This is the blue pill of Freedom. It's available in program name Freedom Fusion Track, which is one of my feudal incubators. I have multiples, including Freedom Fusion Digital, Freedom Fusion Content, Freedom Fusion Pitch, and this is just one of them. And yeah, and I'm dedicating high priority for this pill because it's a fire pill. Somebody got to call 911 for the creator who created this automation because it's absolute fire. So it's going to span across multiple videos, guys, as I'm walking you through the process as I'm building this. And most certainly I'll be showing you how I'm using this as part of growing my feudal kingdom, because a lot of people kind of find a lot of AI experts, but don't necessarily they just don't like execute, or maybe not sure exactly how to execute, not sure if it's possible, not sure. They don't want to take, a lot of people, a lot of moms don't want to take a chance. They don't want to take a chance on some automation and spend their, like, rip their hair out of, rip out of the head because of so much stress trying to implement it just to find out it doesn't work. So this is where my Feudal Kingdom Academy comes into play. This is if you are the feudal lord, if you're an existing brand owner and you want to skip the line and you want everything done for you, then we'll do it for you. And I have relationships with AI experts that I'm part of other communities, and I could pull them in. If anything, they could assist as well with some of those very custom automations. And guys, what I want you to do is just focus on the money. Don't focus too much on automation. That's not my goal here. My goal is here to kind of show you here a couple of tools here and there. Use those tools and expand on them. Why am I not hyper focusing too much on already pre-built SaaS tools? Couple of reasons. They cost money on a monthly basis. One day they work, the next day they don't anymore because trend has changed. And I don't want to be in a situation where I'm constantly have to be paying monthly fees just because the trend has changed and something no longer working, carousel roles no longer working or whatever. I don't want to be in a situation like that. I want to be in a situation where I could modify the automation, just put in a couple of prepay for a couple of APIs here and there and call it a day. Use it as I go, and that's basically it. This way, I'm not stressed out or anything like that, and that's how I see majority of the kind of moms feel that way too. They don't want to be spending all that money. Anyway, the bottom line is, guys, look, the first step is really to just create the Docker. So create the Docker network. The second step is just to go ahead and do this Docker run fast API. You create the Kokoro thing, and then you upgrade your N8N instance. So when you log in into your instance, you probably see things like this. 1.89.2, 1.88.0, whatever. Ideally, guys, even in my job as a cybersecurity engineer, I try not to go to the latest versions because it may not be stable, whatever, right? So, I mean, in this case, guys, look, just do what's best. If you screw up, you could always revert back, but make sure you have a backup. So make sure you leverage, you create a persistent data storage. And of course, guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at my previous pills. You get access ChatGPT output. You'll get to see how I think. You get to see what I talk about, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But my volume, got to create a volume. Otherwise, you're cooked. When the instance you shut down the container, all of your data is bye-bye, including all the credentials, which, by the way, takes the longest amount of time for you to create and like navigate through and log in all those systems and figure it out. And then imagine you just losing that and all that time, right? So don't do that. Don't lose it. Create a persistent storage. And if anything, do additional backup to GitHub. I'll probably show you some automation, how to do this automatically to GitHub every time you update the N8N. So this way you don't have to kind of lose the data, and you could have it in your private GitHub repository. In my job, I am securing enterprise level GitHub and making it possible only for people to connect to enterprise level GitHub and not the personal one. That's another headache of its own. In the cybersecurity field, things are a bit different. I don't want to get into that game too much talking about this thing here, but I do have a couple of students who did express interest in getting trained in cybersecurity. My hourly rate is $125 an hour on the cybersecurity side of things. If you guys want to book me, go ahead, go to my freedomfusionsystem.com, feel free to book, and I'll hook you up with a super fire training. I have a cybersecurity track, similar like to Freedom Fusion track as one of the feudal incubators, but in cybersecurity. So except in this case, the Freedom Fusion track that you're looking at is hyper focused on building your own AI automation agency or talent agency. But I also have another type of Freedom Fusion track, which is for cybersecurity program. Yeah, I'd love to show it to you. If you're interested, hit me up. But of course, if you're a digital mom, definitely you want to be like you want to focus on digital marketing only, not so much on automation. Then your best bet is to just take a look at Freedom Fusion Digital, join that. All of my feudal incubators are $295 per month, but you'll get a discounted access if you're part of a Threat Stack Power. Or you could just click on a link. You'll see the link right away. So over here, guys, look, I'm using the Tennessee AI boiler bot. I automated my boiler, and let's see, I'm showing the connection is unstable a bit. So anyway, guys, yeah, so like this ThreadsBots quotes is absolutely fire. You guys already seen an example of that, how it works. Definitely take a look. This is the latest version that I'm running. So it's pretty much ready to run all sorts of bells and whistles. And pretty much I'm just kind of getting ready to set up to create ThreadsBots stories. And of course, guys, this is just me kind of when I talk to ChatGPT, this is what I ask questions. I'm like, hey, if I'm not sure of something, like I'm about to remove a container and something sits in the back of my mind, like, oh, am I going to lose this thing? I'm definitely going to go ahead and jump in into ChatGPT and I'm going to ask that question, guys. So get used to it. Start using ChatGPT, guys, to ask all those questions. Don't create some random templates, guys. Follow exactly what I'm showing you, because what I'm doing is I'm analyzing what works and telling you exactly what works. So this way you replicate it and you make money and make more sales, etc. So going back to this thing, yes, it works. But I did, oh boy, oh boy, I did not expect for this other video to kind of smoke this one, which was a lifelike mask. So lifelike mask just smoked this other thing in this other video. Now, this other video, if you think about it, like this one, the carousel roll, it got 105 views. But, and I thought it was, that's a lot better than 2 views or 3 views or 5 views or 6 views that I was getting. But so I know for a fact it works and it was super easy to do. So if it's super easy to do, I'm going to obviously double down and I'll automate it. I'll make it easier for you to learn how to automate this. And of course, in Threads themes, you get to learn how to build your own theme and how to do this manually with CapCut. Because remember, CapCut will always outpace anybody. Just look at my videos; they all outpace any other in terms of quality, in terms of creativity. They literally outgone almost any other videos. Now, why YouTube doesn't push it? Because of those problems that I've been running into, no royalty-free music, and all those details, formatting, and like this is what was holding me back until I discovered ThreadsBot's quotes, until I had discovered another creator and I built a product called ThreadsBot's quotes that you could reuse right away. So this way, all of those problems kind of fade away from you. So this way, you don't have to focus on too much wondering, oh, you know what, this video is not in a horizontal mode. Oh, it's not in another mode. Oh, wait, it's not royalty free. No, everything is pre-cooked for you. So this way you just leverage in a combination of those strategies. So how many strategies are at this point under your exposure? And by the way, this is another avatar video that I dropped today. It only got 20 views, but check this out. Let's see.
Thinking about joining the gig economy, it's a wild ride, but can be rewarding. Platforms like Upwork and Fiverr offer great opportunities if you're strategic. Key tips: diversify across platforms, build a client base, and gather reviews. Stand out with a unique selling point. It's crucial in a crowded market. Use gigs to enhance skills, build your portfolio, and expand your network. This isn't just about quick cash, it's a stepping stone to potentially running your own digital business. For more strategies on succeeding in the gig economy, check out Freedom Fusion System.
So obviously, guys, so I'm gonna make a title: want to earn extra income with gig economy. I got you, Buju. I got you. So this is kind of a way if you are a mom over 40 and would like to earn extra income. I have over 1,000 workshops for you to learn from in my FUD community, where you can get access to Thread Stack, Power Bundle, and many guides. So check it out. Check it out. Guys, like this thing over here, this avatar, where did I get it from? How is it different from the other avatar, like the one that I have it over here on Threads? Well, the other avatar that I got on Threads, guys, like that I showed you on Threads, this one over here. So this avatar.
40. I am a heavy coffee drinker, and perhaps maybe you are too. I got something for you. This simple Zapier automation will allow you to keep an eye on your favorite coffee subscribers. I know from time to time I like to spill the tea.
So anyway, guys, I think you got the idea, but yes, so this comes free with Zoom. So if you combine this together, it's a bit kind of unnatural. Of course, captions is gazillion times better, and you've seen my avatars from captions. This is the difference between Zoom and captions ones.
But it can be a 24/7 grind if you're not careful. I've been there thinking more hours meant more success. Spoiler, it
No.
doesn't. Your health, relationships, and work.
So don't sleep on the other tools that I show you guys. You see how realistic this is? Super realistic, right? Don't sleep on this, guys. See my thread stack power bundle. So this way you could combine those avatars. All you got to do is generate few of them, and they'll be roaming around the internet promoting your product. And it's basically that's what I'm doing. And here's an example of like, okay, definitely if you haven't had a chance to look at Threads Booster, definitely take a look at what Threads Booster does as well. So definitely, guys, if you want to take a look at Threads Booster, take a look at that. Listen to this podcast, Notebook LM as well. Take a look at my bio link as well. But Threads Booster will allows you to quickly grow on Threads and learn how to monetize your pets, cats, kids, and dogs, and your commute as well. Definitely jump. And this is what I mean by bots, like promoting my workshops automatically. This is what you're going to learn how to, in my thread stack power bundle, how to promote, how to set up all those bots so they're just kind of flying around there doing things for you, automatically promoting you. You just need to spend few minutes here and there on one tool and another tool, some free SaaS tools, some are not. And that's exactly what I show you guys how to do in thread stack. So this way you could quickly get set up. This way you don't have to like constantly be kind of forgetting like, oh, I need to advertise my workshop. Oh, but it's Wednesday, I forgot to do it. None of that. It's just you're gonna have few bots doing this for you and kind of flying around. And I literally show you different variations of different apps. Definitely jump in and to look on my FUD to see what kind of workshops are the latest. Spawn more feudal lords, crafting your own AI bots is like a movie. This bot feels like you got boots of swiftness. So definitely, guys, take a look at those, and you could do that in my bio link. Jump in my bio link and go to FUD. So this is where you go, bio link right here. You could DM the word path on my Insta, and my bot will respond to you and send you the link. So you click Instagram and you send the message, and you will get access to it. Okay, guys, you will get access to my community, free workshops, and if you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. My subscription is only $14.99, or you could buy me coffee as well. And of course, guys, take a look at my buy me coffee page over here. This is only 6 views, not so many views, versus 75 views over here. So that needs to be improved. But of course, guys, remember, certain things, certain blog sites will not pop. And what you want to do, you want to use those other bots to kind of make it better. So obviously, I want to show you how to use Threads bots themes, and you already seen Threads bots themes to create like a variated version of this bot. So what I mean by that is, let's say if I go to Telegram, this is Docker container, and keep some in mind, turn those things off, guys, when you finish with it. But this is when you use Threadsbots themes. You just literally give it a prompt, hit enter, and just creates it. You could upload it in CapCut, and you're good to go. This can be an easy way for you to quickly develop creativity and include this in many of your products. So over here, guys, like what I'm going to do next is kind of show you what's happening next. So we got this container, container. So this is the way for upgrading the pulling the container. So let's say you wanted to upgrade your existing n8n instance. So what you want to do is you have the n8n instance. In this particular case, I already updated it, and I included in it Pills of Freedom for how to do this. But basically, you could go ahead here. You could find your image that is whatever you're using the latest. Like this is the image that I'm using. Let's say this is not the latest now, although it is the latest now. But you want to go ahead and hit pull. Once you hit pull, then you're gonna want to run your Docker run file. So the Docker run file, something like this. This includes the Cloudflare tunnel. In this case, it's n8nfreedomfusionsystem.com, but please use your own link. And if you haven't seen my other pills of freedom, take a look at them for how to set up your Cloudflare tunnel, or you could use ngrok to go ahead and set up your um, tunnel, reverse tunnel. This gives you an ability to run webhooks and all sorts of other things, and be able to interface with Telegram bot and whatnot, and all sorts of other things. So the idea here is, once you take that container, once you update it, what you want to be doing, you want to remove the container, and you want to find your existing container. And let's say this is the container, existing one. Let's say this happens to be my existing one. You copy the ID, and then what you want to do, you want to quickly remove this thing. Okay, so you want to quickly docker rm. You want to remove this. So you type docker, and after you copy it, you literally type this. And keep some in mind, like you don't have to switch things across anything. You could run all of those bots in one Docker, or like, and you could literally configure your bot like a central Fantasy AI bot to pick the right container for you. And I could talk about that in other sessions, but the idea is, guys, just get very good in using Docker and just removing this container, because you can't upgrade it unless you remove it. So you remove it and then you run your Docker file. So see other Pills of Freedom for how I created the Docker file, but basically it has the parameters for you to specify which version it is, what environmental path, what domain it is that you're using from Cloudflare, what you're using for repository names, etc. So, and the best way to get it, of course, is you could do over here. So if you go copy Docker run, so you copy Docker run. For example, let's say I wanted to copy this Docker run and use that, because that's what you're going to be using to paste that in. So to turn on the new Docker. So the way it works is those containers, they are ephemeral. They go up and down, up and down. You spin one up and you spin another. You turn it off and you spin up another one. It's not like an existing one. But the storage, volume storage, is persistent. So meaning you're not going to lose it. You're referencing that storage. And here's a kind of a storage data, etc. You don't really have to worry too much about it. But over here, this is kind of what is happening over here. And as you can see, it's showing different containers that used to be mapped to it, but now this is the one that's new one mapped. And as you can see, I'm connected to N8N right now through that reverse tunnel. Reverse tunnel is created through a little kind of a there's a little service that's running on Windows, and from Cloudflare, there's certain things you got to do on the DNS settings, etc. Take a look at my Pills of Freedom. If you guys don't want to have to do anything at all and just want us to set it up, my company, Freedom Fusion System, then definitely go ahead and jump in into my community, fill out the form, and we'll get on a call and we're good to go. So the next thing is kind of the question is, guys, what I have for you. I hope you guys understand what is going on, right? So like you understand what ThreadsBot's themes is, right? So ThreadsBot's themes is a absolutely fire way for you to pre-create your own theme quickly, meaning you don't have to like spend insane amount of tools. You use this ThreadsBot's themes to go ahead and populate spreadsheet and with bunch of things, bunch of images, and we'll just generate bunch of videos out of it. And you're going to be good to go. Now, the other thing you may want to track is all of those different APIs. I may build something for you guys so this way you could quickly track all the APIs just to make sure that you have everything in order, that nobody is using them or anything like this. So this way you get alerted in case if you messed up somewhere and exposed your API key or something. But the idea is you always want to make things inactive, all of your automations, and only turn them out active whenever you're working on them. And of course, you could even automate this part as well and running, like have one central Tennessee bot running all of this and activating and deactivating things based on what you're actually looking for while interfacing through the Telegram. So that's kind of the idea, guys. And anyway, so going back to ThreadsBot's stories. So ThreadsBot stories, after you create the Kokora, and that's basically text-to-speech way for you. So this way you don't have to spend money on this. After you do this, after you create it, you will be in a position of interconnecting the main container where you have your Cloudflare or ngrok running. And ngrok is sort of like it's just a reverse tunnel. It's a way for you to be able to expose your URL. So this way you could use those webhooks. Just like in Zapier, you have things available already, but on your computer, like unless you start hosting things in your local hosting service, you are kind of process prisoner to your own computer, meaning therefore you need to create an exposable URL that other people can connect to. Ideally, under normal circumstances, you should be doing everything under zero trust access principle, meaning connections should always be outbound and never inbound. But you know, If you're doing this as a test environment, that's all good. If you're doing this like whenever you're in the creativity zone, building your feudal kingdom, also good. You don't really need any sophisticated kind of super enterprise level solutions or anything like this, although some of those solutions are most certainly there. Like ThreadSpot's quotes, we're doing things in Google Enterprise, creating buckets and all sorts of other things. And yeah, it may feel overwhelming, but don't worry, guys. If you join my Feudal Kingdom Academy, as a feudal lord, then all of this will be set up for you by the feudal hustlers. If you are a feudal hustler, I mean, if you are a side hustler mom who wants to learn how to build those automations, then join my feudal incubator uh, called Freedom Fusion Track. And this is where you learn how to build them. And from one of my feudal hustlers who is going to be doing live workshops and providing all the information for you and building all those different automations. So I have multiple incubators. So depending on which one you join, is the one where you're going to be getting that value from. So anyway, guys, look. So as I'm creating that pill of freedom, as you can see, there's no Gumroad link yet. There's no like other threads yet. I'm going to create a thread once it becomes available. But the idea here is I'm going to add more steps, but get Kokoro done, right? Set this up so this way it's running on your computer like this, okay? And this is the container. Boom. As you can see right here, right? It's running on port 880, right? This is just a local port. Now, this local port is kind of, it will communicate back and forth. This bad boy over here is going to be instantiating the connection to this guy. So there's gonna be communication between those two virtual nodes containers, right? And that we're gonna build that automation a little bit further, but I'm just kind of giving you guys behind the scenes so this way easily understand what's going on. So this was my old. Here's an example where I'm showing you how I'm literally upgrading it to the latest N8N version. So this is my old container, N8N combined 10. You find the container ID. The first thing you do, you stop it. Then you go ahead. After you stop it, you paste this command docker rm, you remove it, then you include this thing over here, right? So this is the host name. This is you're setting up permissions over here. You're setting up a local loopback address, 0.0. Well, not the loopback, but the local, just a host 00. Just this is like you want to keep it the same. Modify your time zone, and community packages. So this way you could infuse community packages like model context protocol, although it comes natively now with N8N, but still you could include other type of things. And of course, for path variable, you want to include that as well. Of course, all the versions, etc., etc. Keep it the same and include the port that you want to be using. And of course, you want to be using the containers in it and include the latest version and just type that in, put the name and hit the ground running. Paste that in PowerShell. It will not take it in the command line. So in command line, it will not run, but above will turn on container, will run it with Cloud Reverse Tunnel or Cloudflare Reverse Tunnel. There's certain things on Cloudflare Reverse Tunnel. See other pills of freedom shown over here, or see my other YouTube videos where I was showing it to you as well. But the idea here, guys, try to set this up. This is like the first step, and a lot of people fail this step and never ever get to the other steps that you see other creators show, and because they don't know how to move between versions. They don't know how to do the backups. They don't know how to maintain persistent volume. They don't know how to navigate through Docker. They don't know how to even use Docker. Did you guys know that there's Gordon functionality inside of Docker where you could just ask Gordon questions? Did you guys know that? You could do that over here. Just ask questions. It's fire. It's absolutely fire, guys. So how do I run Redis, right? Like this is what we're actually going to do. We're going to set up Redis for caching of data. So what we're going to do is we're going to do certain things where we're going to sign up with Redis for this ThreadSpot stories. We're going to build an automation that will include Redis components. In fact, I should probably include, I included Redis. It will include Superbase. It will include ngrok, Open Router, Telegram, Kokoro, and YT YouTube DLP library to make sure that this thing, you could download YouTube videos. Of course, you guys are already familiar. You've seen ThreadSpot's quotes in more details You've seen that already. You could, if you haven't, you can have access to it for free. Jump into it on my buy link, and you have everything up and running. So I'm gonna get some food at McDonald's right now, guys. I'm probably gonna get my electric bike. If you guys wanna like squabble up and do this together with me, I will be running workshops live, and just message me. You could message me on FUD, just DM Path on my Insta, and we could do this together, build that Threads bots stories. And so this way you could start using those stories right away and start creating those carousel roles and start creating different types of things all over the place. And as it goes for that life like mask, that what I was showing you earlier, well, that, my friends, was me doom scrolling on TikTok, finding something interesting, discovering that this is fire, downloading it and using it in Threads. And sure enough, yes, indeed, it turns out to be it was fire. Yeah, once in a while you got to do this doom scrolling, but let's say you do find something that is fire, then you got to create a relationship with that person, that creator. Go reach out to that creator. Let's say like you found a video that is fire for lifelike masks, then go ahead and contact them. Make a deal with them, like that you're gonna resell their masks, lifelike masks, and all of a sudden you have that fire product, viral product that you could be selling, making some additional income. This is how it works, guys. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and steal some video from somewhere, use it for myself, and not monetize the heck out of it. No, you see something working, you double down. That's the idea, guys. So in my particular case, I have to see how many more views it goes, but this thing definitely works. Uh, in fact, what I could do right now, here's what I could do. Like this is me doing this spontaneously, guys, as I'm talking to you. This is absolutely insane skill, spontaneous level of threading. So what I do is I literally go here and I'll be like, who wants this life like mask? Guys, that's all I do, like this. Who wants it, right? Uh, like this. And that's about it. Now, the question is, what is next? Do I have a plan in my mind? No, guys, I don't have preconceived plan. I just do it. If somebody wants it, I'll go ahead and reach out to the person who makes those lifelike masks and make a deal. See if I could get a good commission, something in return. So this way I could like make some extra money while reselling those masks. But if I don't see any demand, what's the point of me doing anything with that? But the other part, what I discovered is if you do some of those videos, if you include some of those faceless videos like this, you could like get more views in your channel, increase awareness of your channel, get more people into your channel, build your academy, build your automation services, resell more products, whether it's physical or digital products, squabble up other bougie moms over 40 together if you want to build something similar like this and make money in between. Guys, this is what you need to be doing. You need to be creating relationships. It's not all about just like you sitting there building automations. It's absolutely not the case. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get some food. Hopefully you like this. And by the way, once this video finish recording, it will go ahead and automatically get dropped into my community. And this is where it gets dropped over here, just to kind of show to you guys where it's getting leads getting dropped here, Freedom Fusion track, uh, pills getting dropped into Freedom Fusion track, pills getting dropped into Freedom Fusion digital in combination with those kind of things, with the summary for the buy me coffee thing. So over here, as you can see, I had the summary of buy me coffee, right? When I was creating this coffee thing. So what I could do now is I could open up ChatGPT and literally I could go ahead and can you create a reinforcement thread for bougie moms over 40 based on this transcript, inviting moms to feudal to my um, to get thread stack power bundle, right? And then boom, I just include that immediately. It just go ahead, it creates a thread. I didn't have to worry about it. Don't worry, guys. I'll show you the automation how to do this in Telegram. So you don't even have to do this. So as soon as you do the Zoom meeting, immediately you get a notification in Telegram saying, "Oh, the meeting is finished. Would you like? Is there anything you would like to focus about this in this meeting?" And you'll be like, "Yep. Go ahead and I want to focus my attention on bougie moms over 40 who are interested in learning how to XYZ, whatever. You just say it with your voice, and it will go ahead and do this. It will use your voice. It will use that context, and it will mix it up together with all the other content and just makes it easy. So over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of do it um, like this, and I'm just going to copy this like this and make it very simple, guys, like this. Except, you know what? I'm gonna back out. Yeah, so this is good. Typically, like nobody will read the other part if you make it long. Nobody will read that. But if you make it like this, there's a good chance that people will read this. But let's format that out this way. This way you get to see how I'm doing this, and you go ahead this way, like this, make it really spicy, one small thread at a time. And this gives you guys an opportunity to learn how I'm doing those threads as well. Now, I'm gonna remove quotes, else it will look like ChatGPT, bougie moms, right? Uh, Now I'm gonna remove like this, and I'm just gonna quickly, and then I'm gonna include this, and I'm just kind of showing you guys how I'm threading in real time. This way you guys could replicate this technique. Okay, so this was already done, never mind, but this is what I meant to do. So over here, and give the bundle, I'm just making sure that grab the bundle. I need to modify that as well. DM path on my Insta. DM path on my Insta to start your feudal kingdom today. Okay, so now I go here and I just kind of include this. This is what I do, right? And of course, this is the part that we need to automate, guys. This is the part that is a bit annoying. I don't want to be doing this manually, and I want to automate this. And once I do, I'll let you guys know. And you guys could DM path. I have single call to action across everywhere. There's no point of doing anything else, guys. I should have probably just removed some of those things, and I'll just kind of include this. Okay, so this is what it is, and I think we are pretty much kind of DM path on my Insta. This is how I'm trading, guys. This is the way to do it. And of course, guys, I'm including other voice recordings as well. If you see some of my threads, you will see absolutely insane way of trading, how I'm doing voice recording and combination of different types of media. Because if you don't do it with multiple formats, especially native formats of in threads, then guess what? You're not going to be able to get any views, and threads is just going to be punishing you because you're not getting that engagement, and you're not really using the format that threads like. The same thing when you upload a video, and if it's in the wrong format, obviously people won't like that. I mean, obviously people won't push that video, meaning the engines, meaning YouTube. It's going to be like, yeah, you know what, you're not posting things in the right format. Let me ban your video or whatever. And that's what they do. I mean, Quora literally banned me. I had millions of views, guys, and they banned me for no reason whatsoever. That's why you guys got to be doing things at multiple platforms, following the feudal system framework to hit the ground running, and don't create multiple kind of call to action. Always have one call to action across all of your posts, all of your content, guys. So this way you yourself will never get lost. Let's just put it this way, because then your bots could do the talking. So now I'll go ahead and hit next, submit. And kind of in the process of me thinking about threads stories, in the process of me building this feudal kingdom, in the process of me showing you this, in the process of me knowing that, by the way, I'm going to go get some food at McDonald's, in the process of me thinking of my next step, I'm also telling you, by the way, that video is going to get dropped automatically into YouTube, and you would be the person who can benefit from it because you'll be able to use it right away. And as you can see, guys, so I'm going to kind of show it to you once again. So let's take a look at threads.net. And what happens next is, let's see who comes back to this thing, who comes back to any other things. Over here, it just looks like this is it. I'm going to go ahead and quickly copy this link. And I'm just going to go back into that original avatar video that I created where I talked about the coffee subscription and all that other stuff. And I'll include it over here. The thread contains multiple voice recordings, as you can see. This is the native format that I'm talking about. That's what makes things pop. If you don't use native format, then you cooked. You're not going to be able to get a lot of views, guys. I mean, 32 doesn't seem like a lot, but without doing this, you have 1 or 2 views. That's the difference between doing it this way and not doing it this way. So right now, I think we are pretty good to go, pretty much good to go, guys. Scroll more through my threads, and definitely squabble up, and definitely like start using combination of masks and filters, TikTok filters, as you're showing yourself. Right now, as you can see, I'm showing myself, giving you guys thumbs up. I know you guys could do it. All you got to do is trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and you will be able to grow your feudal kingdom one feudal land at a time. This is me in Manhattan, and here's my Freedom Fusion system over here. I'm showing to you guys I'm in a pool, chilling in Miami, etc. And kind of showing my wife in the process and showing you this crazy looking effects, guys. So start learning, start using all those avatars, start combining those feudal kingdoms with your stories, whatever that story that you're going to be building. In this case, it's a third person shoot kind of story in combination with all sorts of different effects and memes effects. And like, this is the reason why you guys want to be using CapCut, not just so you could like automate things and not getting any views. You want to be using combination of automations and creativity. So that's the idea. Freedom Fusion System, my company, can make that happen for you. So this way you could search for those crocodiles and unleash your creativity depending on what your theme is. So the real freedom, guys, is when you call the shots and when you keep going. So keep going, guys. Keep going no matter what. Because at the end of the day, if you don't do it, somebody else will. So without that, saying, without anything further, guys, and definitely take a look at Thread Stack. And I'm gonna get going. I'm real hungry, guys, and take a look at all those podcasts as well. I gotta get going and take care. And soon, when I come back, I'm gonna try to continue with the Threads bots stories. So this way, sooner or later, you're gonna have that fire editor that you could just use with Telegram to build a story, and then you could use that story in CapCut and get like a lot more views versus just posting it right away, because right away people will be like, it's AI, low effort, nah, and then you cook. So what you want to do, you want to use it in combination with CapCut. This is under no circumstances replacement of creativity. This is assistance, and it's a very good assistance from the bots. So this way you don't have to work extra harder, but you get to work smarter. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get going. I'll see you next time, and hopefully you liked the session, and we'll continue setting up the environment for ThreadSpot stories and building the automation further.